Hi, church family. It's Pastor David here. I hope you're doing really good. I wanted to take a few minutes on this Tuesday and give you a heads up, an update on what's been happening. This past Sunday, we had an amazing worship service with you. So many faces that we didn't get to see. We were really worshiping for an audience of one. Now, it was different, but it was also pretty encouraging, pretty amazing. Do you know this Sunday that over 350 people in our church family gathered around and watched our church service and participated live with us? We also know that since church happened, another 30 families have visited with us and participated in our worship service after it was over in the session that stays online. That's pretty incredible to think that on a day when it seems like the enemy is doing everything he can to keep the gospel from going out, to keep worship from happening, that reality was that the Lord made sure so many more could attend with us. It was pretty encouraging. In the midst of that, we were celebrating God's faithfulness as we're doing our best to transition to help our worship times, to help our teaching times be more interactive as we're kind of in this distancing world. We were excited. We didn't know what to expect, and we started to celebrate how many people were faithful to join in this worship service, but also how many people were faithful to give so that God can continue to minister to those in need. Our mission partners are continuing to get supported in a time like this, and our church ministries are continuing to be funded. It is incredible to know that God's people at First Baptist Church are faithful unto Him. It was a big thing as we've celebrated over the last couple of days. I want to let you know that we've been taking the tenor of what's been going on in our community and watching the way our schools are working and seeing how time frames work out. It looks like Good Friday, that April 10th, is kind of that first, let's peek our head up and see what's going on with a lot of our large group gatherings. We know the recommendations from our government, from our local and national government, and in the midst of that, we've kind of come to terms with knowing that it looks like over the next 3 Sundays, we'll still be gathering virtually. So if you don't have the ability to really understand how to participate or how to watch our worship service live, please feel free to call the church. Our offices are still open and we're still here. Our prayer ministry is still going strong. Our youth and adult and small group ministries are still up and functioning. And that kind of brings me to that next phase. What does small group look like over the next few weeks? Well, the reality is it's going to look different for every small group. And that's a good thing. All of our small groups are unique, every personality a little bit different. And this gives that group a chance to express themselves. We're not telling our small groups to meet or not to meet. We're going to leave those decisions up to our small group leaders and the participants of our small groups. But we are making a secondary option available. For those who would prefer to be maybe more careful about going out and going around people, maybe for those who are more comfortable right now with a little bit of social distance because of age or health or environment that you work in, we're setting up an app, and you'll be getting this information in email over the next couple of days so that you can video conference with your small group. The apps we're looking at allow you to see all the faces that you would normally see in your small group just on your phone or on your computer screen. You can hear and talk and joke and communicate just like you normally would. Just everybody's going to be a little bit smaller when you're talking to them. So if you've been wondering what we're going to do, that's where we're going to start. Now, you might be one of those who you say, I'm a little uncomfortable with technology, or that's new to me. That's all right. If you need help with technology, our church is open. Give us a phone call or shoot our church an email, and we will do our best to walk you through how to set up these apps and this software to allow you to participate. If that doesn't work, we'll do our best, if you're comfortable, to send someone that we have confidence is healthy and knowledgeable to your house or to your work, wherever might be the most appropriate place, and help you get your technology set up, because we want you to be able to enjoy that community even in this kind of weird time that we've got. Now listen, we also know that we have some church members who it's a little bit harder for them to get out and about. Again, maybe going to the grocery store with a lot lot of people there is just a little uncomfortable because of medical conditions or age. Maybe heading to the pharmacy is just not a thing you're comfortable with. Our ministries are working to put together a way for those needs to be addressed through volunteers who God's given us some little extra time during this phase. And so keep your eye looking out for those, because we know that God still gives us the ability to minister even in times like this. Church family, we've been talking about it as a staff. We would never wish for this time again, and quite honestly, even 2 days in, we're all ready for it to be over. But I'll let you know this. We have seen a connectivity through phone calls and texting from our staff to church members. We've seen a sharing of the gospel, an invitation to church through our social media, unlike anything we've ever seen before. Our prayer is that on the other side of all of this, that we're a different church, that the body of Christ is bigger on the backside of this than it was on the front side, and that we are tighter together on the backside than the front side. Now listen, I want to let you know, I don't want to spoil all the surprises in one video, but keep your eye on social media, keep your eye on your emails and for your church information, because we're going to be sending out some really exciting and some, quite honestly, some fun ways that you and I can stay connected together and grow in our relationship with Christ. One of those ways before we go will be our weekly bulletin. Instead of receiving it in church, you'll receive it online. It'll be in a PDF format. We'll send it out to you so you can know the songs that we're singing, the passages that we're reading, and all the other good information to keep you updated. All right? Well, church, that's our Tuesday update. I hope that the Lord is allowing you to see His creativity now more than you've seen it in a while. God is up to something in the midst of this different season we're in, and we're not going to miss out on it. God bless you.